Good morning, Nigeria. This is the morning show from Sun TV.
Supercab, safe, convenient, and affordable 247 transportation services across Jalingo and Taraba State.
Hello viewers, good morning. You're welcome to the broadcast of the morning show on Sun TV. You're welcome. I hope you all had a wonderful night. And for some of us that in these parts of the country, it has been too hot all night long. But well, things are much better when you know that you wake up in the morning to a wonderful program like Sun TV. And with me on the morning show today is one of the best writers I know, a gentleman to the core, the director of news and public affairs on Sun TV, Mr. Ira Daniel Kokwe. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's another wonderful morning here on Sun TV.
Yes, and we're here to make just like we have been doing.
Okay, that's quite interesting. This morning something came to my mind, and I was wondering. Just like a good morning like this, a morning just like this morning, a chicken and an egg we're having breakfast together. Just like we having this breakfast show together. And the chicken turned to the egg and said, I've been thinking, which of to prefer answer to this question, which came first, the egg or the chicken?
Yeah, I think I've read this somewhere before, and the analysis that was proffered then said the chicken came first because there's a particular chemical in the body of the chicken that hardens the eggshell. So if an egg had came before, it couldn't have gotten that chemical content from the chicken that hardens the shell. So chicken came before the egg.
Okay.
According to that analysis.
I think that question, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think science can answer that. That's why there's a place of this unknown factor. Maybe that is the God in this situation. Maybe God will be able to explain that. So while we're on that, now let us crack open the news and see what is cooking in the news today. It has all been about Rivers, Wike, Fubara. I think Fubara should be the most popular governor in Nigeria now. and Martins Amewule, the most popular speaker, and Wike, the most popular. As a matter of fact, Rivers is the most popular state in Nigeria. I think the other person that may be more popular than them is the beautiful Senator Natasha Akpoti. So, well, let us go to the morning papers. Let me take the Guardian. The Guardian has it on their cover page. You say FCT sex workers lose fundamental rights suit to the federal government, and that will be found on the page 30 of the Guardian. And there's also this news on the front page that says fixed politics flays Senate suspension of Akpoti Uduaghan. Also on the front page of the Guardian, we have Tinubu weighs into Lagos Assembly crisis, meets lawmakers at the Villa. There are other stories on the front page, but the major headline on the front page of the Guardian say fresh order for Fubara as Assembly Wike party insists on impeachment. And from that story, you will find out that the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory yesterday scoffed at the threats of consequences over purported plans to impeach Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara, saying the sky isn't going to fall if he's impeached. That is what he said. Wike's comment came after the Rivers State Assembly, led by Martins Amewule yesterday, denied Fubara access to the Assembly premises for representation of the 2005 appropriation bill, which was ordered by the Supreme Court. The governor said he was prevented from entering the compound, despite the fact that he has notified the Assembly of his intention to visit in view of the request that he represented the 25 appropriation bill. But things have gotten bad between them. I thought with the correspondence going between them, probably they've come to an agreement. But I've noticed that between them, they always deny receiving correspondence from the Martins Amewule-led Assembly. Claimed they didn't receive any letter, as they only saw it on social media from the governor, while the governor also sometimes back said the ultimatum he was given, he also did receive the letter. And I don't think this is good for the democracy of Nigeria as a whole, and Rivers State in particular. And you can see that it's beginning to heat up the polity, and you see ethnic groups are beginning to line up behind the Ijaw National Congress. Said he reiterated his position that if Fubara is impeached for any reason, the consequence will be too heavy for Nigerian state to bear economically. These are the fallouts of this issue. So I think, just like we keep saying, the people of Rivers State deserve better than this, and the political class need to work on that.
Fubara himself said if he finally got impeached, the heavens will not fall.
Yes.
So I think all the agitations from the tribal social-cultural groups should take a cue from this statement. It is not a do-or-die affair. He's not the first governor that will be impeached in the history of Nigeria. And if finally it gets to that point, it's just politics. There is no need for anybody to lose his life or any crisis to actually come up as a result of that impeachment, if he gets to that point. You understand? And recently, this senator was making this statement at the Senate chambers when he was talking to Senator Godswill Akpabio. He directed the DSS and all the agencies who have access to telecom service to be able to ascertain at what point he was able to call Senator Natasha in to... Now, I think the SSS now should delve into this matter and ascertain whether Fubara was able to put that call through and the speaker may only refuse to pick, because Nigerians have the right to know this at this point.
At this point, I think such official distance shouldn't be called.
Because
they should be official. They should be,
as it stands now, they requested that Fubara should sign a letter. He signed a letter after they rejected the one that came from the secretary to the government of the states. And later on, Fubara made a letter and sent to them. At least that letter was shown on social media and on the media, and we saw it where he generated a letter and sent to them. And up to now, they're still claiming that they've not received any letter. I don't know how it is. He said he has called them severally and has sent WhatsApp messages. I saw the video this morning. He said he has sent WhatsApp messages, he has called them severally, And none of them is ready to pick his call. Either the phones are switched off permanently like that for some days, or because some of the messages are sent has not delivered. I don't know whether some of them were able to receive those messages, or they decided to stop using those phone numbers. So I'm trying to say, for us to be able to forestall this crisis that is somehow brewing, there is a need for us to know who is playing with the lives of Nigerians, who is playing with the lives of those citizens of Rivers State. That is what I think.
I think we know those who are playing with the lives of citizens. It is the politicians. And the truth is that you can't wake up someone who is pretending to be asleep. The political class in Rivers State claim that they are asleep, but actually they are only pretending, and they know what to do. And I don't think, I stand to be corrected, this is not about Rivers people. This is about the inordinate ambition from both sides of the party. But as it stands, I keep saying, the courts will only do it best. But there must be a will from the political class to ensure that they want peace and they want good governance for the people. You can see that they are looking for loopholes from the Supreme Court judgment to, and also loopholes from other claiming I've not received this letter, I've written this letter, I've called you, my phone is switched off. All these are lame excuses. And I think there is a need for the leaders in Rivers State to sit together, the traditional leaders, that is if they are still independent of the destiny, because most times you find that even the traditional leaders can talk because they've allowed the political class to overwhelm them and the rest of it. So that is what it is. Let us move to another story. What do you have for us?
Yeah, we're going to take a look at the Leadership newspaper. Leadership newspaper has these myriads of high headlines. Lassa fever, death tolls rises to 100. And there is another one that talks about attacks. Senate calls for military action in Benue. Then there is this AFDB and IITA signed fresh 6 million euro support deal for 40 million farmers. You can still find that on the cover page of the Daily Trust. And Rivers again. Rivers Assembly can impeach